I'm Byron Q, and I just made Bang Bang. It's kind of like a Boys in the Hood meets 8 Mile type of film, a gritty drama, coming of age story, and it just premiered at the LA Asian Pacific Film Festival.
Ngày nào á cũng đi lêu lỏng chơi bời với bạn bè, không chịu đi học, không chịu đi làm.
It's my first film, and I kind of just took a lot of stories I heard when I was younger, growing up, from different friends, and just things that I kind of saw growing up. You know, I mean, it is kind of like about a gangster. You know, it is a gangster film, but at the core of it, it's really just about young kids growing up who come from broken families or who come from different types of families than your usual traditional, like, well-to-do family. Music's always been a big part of my life. Like, my mom was an opera singer in China, and you know, I've always loved music. So the way I fell into music videos was because I love music so much, and I wanted to work with a lot of these artists that were, you know, I was a big fan of their music. So I started to pursue that, and but at one point I just wanted to transition to feature films, which is why I kind of started writing the script. And I mean, you know, obviously it drew a lot from, you know, my background in music and all that. It's kind of like 8 Mile, you know, it's like this guy's trying to pursue music, pursue something. I mean, it doesn't even have to be music, it could be like anything, but pursuing something that's like a dream almost. For this film, what inspired me really was films like 400 Blows by Truffaut, just stories that are about like young kids and about youth in general. So not necessarily any gangster flicks, but in making this film, I did research every single other like Asian gangster film, and I watched all of those, and I just didn't really feel like they were telling a story of like the Asian American gangsters that I knew growing up. You know, so I really want to portray something that was more like Southeast Asian gangsters. Fuck that. I'm gonna kill every single one of them.
I'm about to go to war with these motherfuckers.
Because it was my first film, I actually didn't really know how to film fight scenes, or didn't even know that you had to rehearse fight scenes like for, you know, days before you actually film it. The way I went into it thinking was that, oh, we'll just have them fight at 80%, you know, real, and just see how it goes. But you know, that wasn't the case once we got on set, and so we had to do a few changes in the editing room, and I would rather create something that lets your imagination take over rather than show you something, because obviously I didn't have the money to show you the raw, like boom, 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 like crazy fights. So instead I used stills, and it's kind of like a influenced by that one movie, Les Jetés. It's like a French film which ultimately inspired 12 Monkeys. But what that film did was it just used stills, and you heard people talking and audio, and it really just created this type of mood where you were thinking of what could happen. You know, you make the audience use their imagination more. The leads that I cast, I didn't audition them. Like for Ty, I was a big fan of his music, so I went with Ty just because I knew that it fit with the story, which was that he was from that type of lifestyle, and he is like, you know, there's a lot of rappers out there that kind of portray like a certain persona, and just after meeting Ty and everything, like he really is from the streets, like all that. So he definitely brought that authenticity. So I didn't have to, you know, audition him. And David, I watched the movie Baby, and based off of that, and also a couple other clips I saw of him online, and also went and watched his other movie, All About Dad. I kind of cast him for the role. But everybody else, you know, like I said, like a lot of them were my friends. Like the other third dude, Huang, who plays himself, like, you know, that's like one of my friends from back home. That, I mean, a lot of these characters were pretty much playing themselves. So what I did was we did a week of rehearsals, which is really not that much. But during that week, we all stayed at the same house. Everyone just kind of bonded, and then we would just go over the scenes, and I would just have them play out the scenes. And then, you know, I would kind of make notes about certain parts that was feeling like a little bit awkward or whatever. And then I would ask them for input too on like, hey, you know, would you really say it like this? And I really just wanted the actors to embody the characters, you know, and really make the dialogue their own. Because I had these non-professional actors, but they were from like that type of lifestyle, I think it really helped the professional actors in terms of bringing their energy to that natural state. and I think it was a great dynamic